All right, all right, all right, all right. Was that a little too loud? All right, I'm trying to bring up my volume a little bit because when I talk, a lot of people have said like, "Hey, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you." You like that? Yeah, I put that right there, right there. It's just tape. I'm lazy. I could have painted. I just put tape. But I like the fact that the rug is nice and snug underneath the tape and it's sealed, so it's all around, so bugs don't get try to crawl inside. It is what it is. All right, so right now I'm on the verge of releasing a what you call it, what you call it. Give me a second. Give me a quick second. Bam, copy. All right, cool, 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 cool. All right, so I'm on the verge right now of releasing to you guys a new video as we speak. Loaded, publish. Bam, there we go. There we go. I'm trying to do like so many things. It's crazy. Crazy. Hold on, let me see if I get more lighting on it, brother. You know what I mean? Got that nice dark hue. So it is what it is. So I'm trying to give you guys some lighting so you can see me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like and subscribe. Alright, cool. So for today, yeah, I like this. I like this. Background is good. Setup is good. Yeah, yeah. Turn the camera a little bit towards this way so you have more of a. There we go. All right. So the flower background is nice and all, but I'm not really a flower guy, so I may have to get rid of it. And the reason why is because I want a setup where like I'm gonna set it up so like around right here or so or wherever. I'm gonna put like this what how do I call it? Anyways, I'm just looking around see if I have the things to do what I say I'm gonna do. I think I do. I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. So I want to set it up in a way where my background is set up so I can actually have logos of different things I do. That way, I'm able to be more versatile, right? I want to have Levi apparel. I have machine. I can print a large poster and just have a large poster in the back. That just says Levi apparel. It doesn't have to cover the whole thing. It could just be just like this much, this wide in the back, so you can see what I'm talking about, right? And then as I change channels, I can put different ones. So when I'm doing my live for those channels, I can give you guys an idea of like really what I'm talking about, so you can see the transition. Because if I keep the same background, right, just like when I had the in the original videos I was doing when I had uh the T-shirt screen printing machine. I mean, yeah, screen printing machine, or sometimes the embroidery machine stuff in the background. It really didn't make sense. It really didn't make sense because you guys were like, "Hold up, you're giving new stuff updates, and your background's a T-shirt." Some people want to clip it and start, going at me for what I'm talking about. So I was like, you know what? Let me change it up. Let me change it up and see if I can like give you guys a little bit better view, a little bit better I don't know, background. So yeah, so now we're a little bit more neutral. And then when I throw my background in the back of t-shirt stuff with my logo, it's gonna make sense. It's gonna make sense on the bottom. A guy screen printing on the other side, DTF on the bottom, sublimation, whatever. So now when I'm talking about whatever I'm talking about, t-shirt related, I can throw that in the back, right? So yeah, 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 yeah. All right, cool, cool, cool. So as usual, like and subscribe, and also I want to be able to add a blue screen so when I'm doing the videos, I'm immersed in the videos. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. If you can hear me, it's good. If not, then sorry. Let me see if I go into my phone and see if you guys can hear me. Give me a second. All right, all right, cool, cool. So I just checked out the sound. The sound is good, so we good, we good, we good. All right. So what are we talking about for today? Let me get things started, and yeah. Hold on. Let's put the mute on first. If you're here, thank you. If you're here, thank you. I appreciate it. I got a lot of friends that says, "Hey, I'm watching in the back." You know what I mean? I may not comment, but hey, I'm still watching. Supporter, brother. I appreciate you. Even if you just show up to say hi, thank you, thank you. Right? Um, I did a video the other day. It was a little weird. I normally don't watch all my videos like that, but I started watching my videos so I could see what I'm doing so I can improve for you guys. And golly, like I don't know why the sound was not on like on a certain part, but it kept on going, so there was sound. I'm thinking about re-releasing that, but it's already out, and I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like just making another one. It's basically it was basic. The beginning part was just showing you that um the machine I have, the HP 5225, go and purchase it on eBay because anywhere else is gonna be 200. I mean, it's gonna be 2,000 plus, or a thousand plus. But either way, you can get it for like around 6 to 5. Even as low as 7 on like eBay. It still works great most of the time when these things run out of toner, because the toner costs literally the size of like a small new printer. People don't want to purchase it, right? So a toner set for the printer, if you don't know where to look, you're paying like probably close to $400+, and people are like, I just bought this for like 2,000. I got print. Man, you know what? I'd rather just get a regular. By then they realize like having that large of a um office size printer does not really make much sense. And they barely do tabloid, right? That's the A3 13 by 19, or I mean 11 by 17. So they're like, you know what? Forget it. Let me just purchase a smaller one. It costs less for the ink. This was just because I saw it. It could print large. I figure I need it. But for the longevity of how long I've had the printer, I, well, I'm talking about the laser printer, right? Um, that's over there. I barely use the large one. I'm using the 8 by 11 sheet of paper. I do want a laser, so what they do is they sell this one or they put it on eBay and they try to get another one. Now, this is where people like me and you go in and we go and grab the printer for the low because it's been used and people know it's been a while and there's no way they're going to sell it for the same price they purchased it, which is around the 2,000 mark. So, with that said, what they do is they put on sale, and then that's when you and I come in and we sweep and we grab it. Listen, get this printer because I'm holding back from pushing content on it on purpose, because the minute I start doing so, it's gonna get crazy, right? So if you don't know me, I'm Levi. My channel is called Levi Apparel. My name is Whiskey Pierre Lewis. Some people call me Moses. My friends call me Moses. Again, the channel is Levi Apparel. Hence the Moses. We focus on apparel designing, t-shirts, screen printing, sublimation, direct to film, and anything that has to do with like designing on shirts, mugs, hats, etc. Right? That's what we do over here. So, um, when I do my lives, I like to talk about news that relates to what we're doing, believe it or not, right? So, without further ado, let me get ready to get started. And wow, time is flying by. Oof. Ah, that's interesting. My friend is on live right now. Let's see if I can get him on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm just setting it up. So, okay, let me check. See what's going on. What's going on? Hold on, real quick. I like videos. There we go. All right. So for today, first I'm gonna talk about Apple, and then I'm gonna get to the meat of what I want to talk about, which is yeah, which is t-shirts and apparel stuff, right? Right, getting it started.
This is the iPhone Air.
Let's pause this real quick. All right, so as you heard, the iPhone Air looks like new Apple device that came out with chips enabled on device AI, right? I love AI. Whew. Guys, listen. For the Epson 15,000, Epson 15,000. Whoo! Yo, I got so much content to talk about. Mm. That's my DTF printer. That's my DTF printer. Hold on one second. Let me see. Give me a second. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Hold on. Give me a minute. Okay, so without further ado, let's get going. Let's get going. So what I usually do is pull to the side. Bam. Right? Nope, nope, wrong one. Bam. All right. Display, where are you? All right. Just having some little issues. Gotta make display bigger. Gotta make myself decent size. There we go. Here we go. Instant transmission. Bam. Woo wee. We ain't playing this time, man. We ain't playing. We ain't playing. All right, let's get this video ready. Let's get this video ready. All right.
The thinnest iPhone ever, with a nifty flexible new front camera and the ability to dual record from the front and back simultaneously. Their features shared by the 17 Pro, plus some new AI.
All right. So the reason why I want to talk about this iPhone is because when you first start on YouTube, typically you want to use your phone, right? Typically you want to use your phone, right? You want to use your phone. The reason why you want to use your phone when you first started is because the camera costs money, lighting costs money, all this stuff costs money. So because of that, it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder for you to succeed by just deciding to purchasing a lot of machines and tools to use for live screening, and also to do videos. Especially if you're not monetized, you're not making anything on YouTube. You want to make sure. You want to make sure that you use your phone only, because if it doesn't work out, you don't have a brand new camera, lighting setup, or even like, if you're like me, build yourself a whole like office setup in the background, in the back. If you know, you know, right? So because of that, I brought to you this information about iPhone. Another thing, feature that she's gonna talk about on the iPhone is the fact that you may want to have extra cameras, but with this feature, you don't have to worry about like extra camera, because there's a feature in here that gives you both front and back camera. You can activate it while you're doing a live. So now you can show two images or just one image or go back and forth. Like the feature on it is amazing. It's amazing, right? So if you're going to start doing YouTube, you're going to start yourself on YouTube, this is where you want to go. This is what you want to use.
Features, all powered by a more hidden star, Apple custom silicon.
A19 Pro is going to be around here, just near this top side of the vapor chamber.
Oh my God, the fuzzy's back.
Apple's most advanced chip yet, the
not
brand
the
new
fuzzy.
A19 Pro, is inside both the Air and the 17 Pro, and I got a rare chance to see inside the 17 Pro
It's gonna
for
get
a
better
peek
soon.
at the new chip at the big unveiling. A major change, Apple's put neural accelerators inside the 6 GPU cores to help power AI on device.
We've given software developers tools across all our major compute platforms now.
The fuzzy's gone. The fuzzy's gone. I told you guys. Yo, I don't know why. For some reason, the fuzzy's been doing better, right? When I say fuzzy, it's the background that looks so fuzzy. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah, so this is Apple's VP platform architect of Apple, right? Tim Millett. All right. So he's explaining how Apple is more innovative, is growing and revolutionizing phone as we know it, just like before. And they try to take technology that would be in these phones and bring them home, but at the same time, keeping what should be outside of the US, what should be in is in, because there's some technology that you don't want getting out, to certain countries. You want these countries to develop stuff themselves. So because of that, they're trying to bring things home, right? And as they try and bring things home, I don't know. Apple is just innovative, man. They're just innovative. Now, let's go.
To build AI in naturally to every application. The integration of that neural processing is reaching MacBook Pro class performance inside an iPhone.
The Air also has a new Apple-designed modem, C1x, and Apple's first wireless chip in iPhone, N1. Is this Apple moving towards controlling the full stack of silicon inside the phones?
Yes, and actually truly being able to design and optimize a solution for what that given product needs.
And really, I think that's where the magic is. When we have control, we are able to do things beyond what we can do by buying a merchant silicon part.
All this comes as Wall Street is putting pressure on Apple about their AI strategy.
This part really comes down to how far they can go on their own in AI, right? They're not OpenAI, they're not Google. They probably won't ever have their own Apple model like Google or OpenAI. They're still going to run those services on iPhone, right? They want the iPhone to be the best place for developers to run their AI.
Now we're at Apple headquarters in Cupertino, California, for the first ever U.S. interviews about what's powering the new iPhone lineup, custom chips. The Air is Apple's first major new iPhone design since 2017. So why did the company's stock dip on the big reveal, although it has recovered in the days since?
This is a really tough moment for Apple because the company's got this difficult headwind that people want to hear more, see more about AI, waiting to hear a bit more about Apple Intelligence.
What do you say to those on Wall Street who are concerned about your AI strategy?
I think for what we're doing with iPhone, I think we are building the best on-device AI capability that anyone else has.
Behind the Air's enhanced durability ceramic shield, within the new raised plateau that houses the 48-megapixel camera, there is news about AI. Apple's implemented a new chip architecture to prioritize it.
Man, look at that baby. Look at that. Hey, will you look at that? Somebody look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is amazing. Amazing. That's what I'm talking about. Let's give Apple an man. Yo, Apple is so innovative that listen, if you want to succeed, you have to challenge yourself. If you want to succeed, put yourself in a realm where you are the one who's competing against you. Like, when you look at stuff like that, Apple's got no competitors. The only competitor Apple has is itself. It's in its own realm. That's why it calls itself Apples. Get it? Apples and oranges. Come on, guys. Come on. It's in its own realm. I don't know why people try to compete, and I hope they're not. Get it? Innovate and see what they're doing. Because guess what? When you thought you came up with something, Apple says, no, my friend, no. We just did not release it yet. By the way, you thought you had a camera. We give you 2. Oh, you came out with 2 also? We give you 3. You came out with 3 also? We give you 4. You came out with 4? Guess what? The whole phone is a camera. I'm just teasing, but you know Apple. They always innovative, right? Man, these guys are, man, let's go, baby.
You're integrating neural accelerators into each GPU core. How exactly does that work?
The GPU is actually a collection of tiny little processors all running in parallel. With this year's GPU and the N1 Pro is we're integrating neural processing in a way that allows someone who's writing a program to one of those small processors, extending the instruction sets, and they can switch back and forth between 3D rendering instructions and neural processing.
What? 3D rendering? That is crazy. Guys, 3D rendering is going into Meta. You being in the universe, all that, right? Like I can take a image of my whole shop, right? And as it takes a whole image of the whole shop, guess what? Now I can take an image of myself, right, as an avatar, and then I can go into Meta. As I'm in Meta, right, people who took rendering of themselves also that own a shop can now say, hey, can I stop by your shop? And just appear next to my shop, right? And now they can move around. And guess what? Because there's a rendering of the shop, they can walk. If they walk to a door, they literally have to open the door and come in, right? If the machine is there, they can literally pick it up, lift it up, and everything will operate. Like we're going into a realm where virtual reality is going to be there, and Apple is saying to you, I'm already there. I was there before Meta was thought about. We did this. But getting it there, it took a long time. But what you don't know in the background is we've already done it. While you had this phone, 10 phones were already invented, hypothetically. 10 phones were already invented. You're in Project 1, we're in Project 20. Come on now, let's go. Let's go. But anyways, this a little bit above some of you guys to understand, but you'll see as time goes by what I'm talking about.
Processing instructions all seamlessly inside the same microprogram. And so when you look inside the neural engine, for example, you have a lot of dense matrix math. We didn't have that capability on GPU, but now we do with A19 Pro.
Apple's original AI hardware, its neural engine, was first unveiled back in 2017. The neural engine was barely mentioned at the launch.
I told you. Listen, you see that chicken?
Instead,
let's go
it's
back.
all about adding compute power to the GPU.
Okay, I'm a little bit too far. Let me see if I go back a little bit. Back a little, back. Okay.
Hardware, its neural engine, was first unveiled back in 2017.
Okay. You can't see it, but when you go back to the video, right? Because I'm gonna put a link to the video, or if it's not already there, you see how he's moving his face around, and whatchamacallit, what do you call this? This is like a AI rendering of the person, but in an animal form. Come on. It's right here. I'm trying to get it out. So, avatar. That's the word. This avatar of this. Hold on. Where's my hands? Right here. Bam. This avatar of this person, even though it's in animal form, the fact that it can do all that movement means that in the meta world, you'll be able to do all this movement. Move your mouth, move your hands, grab stuff, all that. Right? And it's going to be a rendering of you, a visualization of you that's so much clear like you. It's going to be actually you moving. When you move your mouth, the avatar is going to move its mouth. When you start walking, the avatar is going to start walking. All that is going to be into a meta universe, right? So, people having meetings, no problem. Hey, listen, you got to come for a meeting, right? Because when they have the world more virtual and you do virtual offices and stuff like that, right? By the way, I'm getting ready for that. Don't think I just built this extended office with just t-shirt designing and stuff. Nah, man, I'm back in school, and when I get that degree, you feel me? We about to do virtual office stuff, and I've been ready for this. I'm prepping. I'm getting ready. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get that going, and then we're gonna use that funds to eventually maybe getting a actual factory. Buy the land, build a factory. Again, I'm giving you guys prototype 1, and I'm already on prototype 20. It is what it is. All right, let's get it going. So that's what I was talking about when I was talking about earlier, right? This meta world is about to look a lot different with these processors and these chips being innovative and being created to give you more of a personalized web type system where you can immerse yourself in the web, right?
17. The neural engine was barely mentioned at the launch. Instead, it's all about adding compute power to the GPUs with those neural accelerators.
They're essentially just additional cores that have a specific design, in this case, very similar to a tensor core or like a tensor core, to run those transformer engines, that matrix multiplication math. But putting that in the GPU actually makes it a little bit more like some of the things like NVIDIA does in cloud processors and some of the things that other silicon vendors do for AI.
Now, our GPU gives us the ability to apply neural processing across applications that are traditionally more graphics-based. For example, gaming applications, using AI to enhance the quality of the imaging as well as to improve the efficiency of some of the image rendering. And so by placing it there, we've given them a tool where using the neural engine was maybe a little bit harder. Now they've got it built right into the engine they're already using.
Do you think the A19 Pro should signal to investors that Apple does have it together when it comes to AI strategy?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the GPU architecture, because that neural accelerator comes on all of the chips, right, all the way down to the entry level iPhone 17. I think that's showing you that they're making compute and architectural changes for AI, both on device and then obviously things I believe that they'll do in hybrid cloud.
Through our extension of private cloud compute, we have a very great story that's evolving over time. But right now, we are focused on making sure that these phones that we're shipping today will be capable of all the important on-device AI workloads that are coming.
Why is on-device AI so important?
We've talked a lot about this. Privacy is a big deal. We know that when we can do things on device, we are able to manage people's privacy in the best way. The other thing about it is, it is efficient for us. It is responsive. We know that we are much more in control over the experience.
In the Air, the A19 Pro is housed in the new raised plateau on the back.
And so this design of this also helps with thermal dissipation, but also it gives as much room as possible on this side of the surface area to maximize for battery life.
Following overheating issues in the iPhone 15, a new vapor chamber in the Pro models keeps the custom chips cool.
We think about how that all goes together, including with that forged unibody aluminum design, which is incredibly thermally conductive, so that we can effectively dissipate heat with the vapor chamber, with where it's positioned, with our chip, and it's even laser welded into it, which creates a metallic bond, which also helps dissipate heat.
And the A19 Pro wasn't the only new chip Apple unveiled.
Introducing N1, our Apple-designed chip, which enables the latest wireless networking technologies.
Apple announced its first in-house wireless and Bluetooth chip for all new iPhones, and an updated Apple modem for iPhone Air, nudging out Broadcom and Qualcomm chips. Would it be fair to say that Apple now controls all of the core chips in its own phone?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cut it here. You guys can watch the whole thing. Woo! Woo-wee! You guys can watch the whole thing later on. But yeah, so this is it right there. Bam. Bam. Apple's not playing. Listen, guys, I told you. Apple is apples. All the others are just oranges. You can't compare an apple to an orange. They just told you we own this industry. Chips. We designed the chips and they use the innovative ideas that we have. Come on now. We're innovative and they're just followers. That's what Apple is saying. We're innovative and the others are followers. You can't compare an apple to an orange. You feel me? So Apple is growing. Apple is innovating. And it's getting to a point where, like, they're 20 steps ahead of everybody. What they're showing you, you're like, wow, this is amazing. Wow, this is cool. But what they're really showing you is like, yo, listen, we're giving you a sneak peek of something we've had for years. You just now noticing it. But we had this for years. Okay, you know what? Let's up the ante a little bit and bring you guys this. Oh, by the way, let's throw that in there. They own this industry. And everybody else is just oranges. They doing their thing. Hey, if you can't get an apple, sometimes an orange is just as good. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just as good. But at the end of the day, you can't compare apples to oranges. I'm done. Right? All right. Hold up. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what else is going on. What time is it? Oh, dang it. Time is just flying by. Yikes. You know what? Let me see something. I'm trying to do our live, but it's just I've been coming in late because I've been late to the live. that half an hour I've been utilizing it for stuff that I need to get ready for you guys and also for myself. Now, when I'm done with the live, if I do it early enough, I get to do other stuff for the shop. Now, what has to happen is I have to come in next day, get stuff ready for the shop, and then start the live. So it might be another half an hour to like 20 minutes. So that's my dilemma right now. And then on top of that, I got school I got to worry about. The other day I had to do like, I think it was like 3 papers. On top of that, I had to do journal writing. I had to do like research stuff. And yeah, it's becoming daunting, but I'm still pushing through for you guys to make sure you get the content you need and you want. So should I do it? You know what? We're gonna do a next video, next live. Hopefully it's a little longer. Guys, watch this channel, watch the show. As you're watching, I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, you know what? The numbers aren't where it should be. So you know what? I'm gonna just take my time, do my thing until you guys realize, hey, I'm doing this for you. So push it out, watch the channel, watch the videos, try to get subscribers coming in, try share, whatever, so we can push these numbers up. So as I'm doing the live, you guys are here and I'm like, you know, okay, cool, let me do the live. You know what I mean? I get a question asked, I'm answering the question. So now that forces me to say, hey, you know what? I may have to stay here a little longer, so let me show up a little longer, right? And may motivate me to just do stuff at night to prep the shop. That way when I'm doing the videos, I just come in, sit down, do videos, and I'm good to go, right? I got the setup. I got things I gotta do to make sure this looks a little bit better, and I'm improving. We hustling and improving. You know what I'm saying? Improving, right? Let's prove it. Let's improve, and let's prove that we can improve.